Shelf, I really don't like this.
KTG, relax. Listen, all we gotta do is retake point B, and after that, we can get the flag. KTG? Meet Might. He is Roblox's most famous developer. At least he was 20 years ago. From winning a multitude of major contests and creating the first ever Roblox game to achieve some of the platform's biggest milestones, he was quite literally Roblox's poster boy and icon of the early 2000s. Yet even though he had an official Roblox event literally named after him, it seems the passing of time has made the public forget who Might was. So allow me to clarify for you just who exactly he was. Before the video begins, if you enjoyed this video at any point, subscribe. It helps the channel a ton, and it's free. Might, real name Mike Davies, would first join Roblox on the morning of November the 15th, 2006. Now, some people believe he was a developer contracted by Roblox or someone with heavy connections to individuals like Shedletsky. And while it's never been confirmed or denied, that most likely wasn't the case. One reason people believe Mike worked for Roblox was that his most iconic game, Ultimate Paintball, was published in 2007, yet just 5 months after it came out, an official Roblox event for the game named after him called Mike's Paintball Tournament was announced. How did Mike's game become an official community event in such a short amount of time without some kind of connection to Roblox? Now, in a follow-up blog post by Shedletsky about the paintball tournament, he wrote, "When Mike told me his contest idea, I silently cringed." Ouch. But the fact Mike was able to talk directly to Shedletsky insinuates they had a very close relationship. And while this certainly supports the idea that he worked for Roblox, you have to realize that in 2007, there were only about 100,000 Roblox users at this time. So talking to Shedletsky was a lot easier back then, especially since he was posting monthly on the blog. Shedletsky even clarifies in the Paintball Tournament blog that this was the first ever user-run event, not employee run. Anyways, now that we've cleared up that rumor, let's talk about the paintball tournament itself. There were 32 teams with 5 members each competing against each other to take the win. You would try to get the most amount of points with this scoring system. Now the first place team would get the paintball tournament trophy, 2,500 Robux each, and a year's worth of Builders Club. Second place would get 1,000 Robux, and third place would get 500 Robux. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot of Robux for beating every other user on the platform, but you have to realize that this time, Mike was actually the richest Roblox user on the entire Roblox platform, and he had 3,246 Robux. Oh, inflation, it hit really hard. As for the winning team, it was the Super Mario Strikers, the team members being Metal Mario, Arthur Pada, BLX HD, Zonji, and Ape911. All 5 members have since been terminated. There was also a side event where the first 3 people to send footage of the tournament would get 500 Robux. Unfortunately, there is no footage of the tournament today because nobody won that prize, because according to the forum from 2007, all spectators were kicked from the game by Mike himself. Not cool. Regardless, it's quite interesting to go through this 2007 paintball tournament forum and see a lot of iconic old Roblox players. For example, PC Wiener and Anna Minus, or someone who I find really interesting, Aussie941. Aussie is a winner of the Golden Robloxian from the Roblox Action Adventure movie contest. More importantly, he was a participant in Mike's paintball tournament. In fact, he was the captain of his own paintball team, the Blue Snipers. He was also the only one that showed up on game day. What's even funnier is he still won the first 2 rounds solo. While Mike's game was relatively popular prior to the tournament, it's what happened after the tournament that really made the game skyrocket. Ultimate Paintball would proceed to become the first ever Roblox game to reach 100,000 visits, the first to reach 1 million visits, and the first to reach 2 million visits. It also became the most favorited game on the entire platform for 2 years straight from 2008 to 2009. And at this point, Mike is Roblox's poster boy game developer. Not only that, Mike himself was actually a very skilled player in contests catering to his strength, modeling. He won silver in the Domino Rally building contest to win the Domino Crown, and had the best build in the Homestead furniture making contest according to Shedletsky. He was also one of 15 people on the entire platform to win the grand prize, the Void Star. Similar to the Ready Player One event's clues, you had to decipher Haiku to correctly buy at least 3 hats, and send a friend request to an account named Swinburne. After joining Swinburne's game and finding 4 hidden orbs to reveal a glowing box inside a temple, from the glowing box, you would give the password Algernon to Swinburne and receive this gift box that gave you the Void Star. With 3 grand prizes now under his belt, an event immortalized under his name, along with being the richest Roblox user and all of these accolades for his paintball game, nobody on the entire site can match his fame at this point. Mike is now one of the icons of Roblox. Whoa! Waterman, why would... Wait a minute, that's not Mike. On the morning of April 6th, 2015, someone had compromised Mike's account and tried to sell his Domino Crown for real money. His account was terminated shortly after, and that's where the story of Mike supposedly ends. But upon a closer look, you'll realize online sources about Mike have a lot of info from 2006 to 2009. But then there's a sudden gap of info and it suddenly jumps to his termination in 2015. Just what happened from 2010 to 2015? I want to find out. But to do that, I need info from someone still active since the 2007 paintball tournament. Someone who was living on Roblox at the same time as the legends of Roblox and might know the hidden info regarding Mike. And like an angel descending upon the earth, I found him. Jacob XX Boo. Does it ring a bell? No. Well, that makes sense. They've actually gone by a lot of different names. How about Reverse Polarity? They have been active on Roblox since 2007, and while Polarity himself hasn't won any grand prizes, getting second or third in most events, I'm sure Polarity has much more info about Mike and his lost history from 2010 to 2015. And after making contact with him, I wasn't disappointed. Polarity gave me bits of Roblox history and trivia that has never been documented on any site before. For example, did you know that Polarity actually lived in the next town over from Koopa, Roblox's greatest player who won these 5 grand prizes in just 10 months? They even planned to meet in real life, but unfortunately never came to fruition. Polarity also revealed to me the first ever insight into what Koopa's online personality was actually like. Quote on Koopa, he was a great guy, very generous with his time, chill. I'm really bummed we fell out of touch. Me too. A big thanks to Polarity for answering these questions and revealing new information about Roblox's past, by the way. He also wanted me to shout out some of the OGs of Roblox, or who I consider the legends of Roblox, so shout out to Koopa, Animinus, Mr. Doombringer, Tati, Kirby12 or Neutron Flow, Predator, Vulcan, Stealth Pilot, FF Joss, Beast Bro, Milkman, Mike, Clockwork, of course, Shadowlandscape. At the end of our interview, Polarity really wanted me to emphasize that old Roblox really wasn't better than the current Roblox. What was so great about old Roblox was the closeness of the community, the people, that tightness, the relaxed nature and easy communication with staff like they were just your friendly neighbor, the weird events and wacky stories that were made to pass time. And I agree, 2007 games definitely weren't better than the games of today. That's ridiculous. But it's kind of bittersweet to know that that sort of tight-knit Roblox community Polarity reminisced about will never be experienced by anyone again. As for what really happened to Mike from 2010 to 2015, well, nothing. He kinda just slowly stopped playing, just hopping on every now and then to reminisce like an old man up until his last breath. If you're curious where Roblox's most famous developer is today, his Twitter mentions he graduated from Cambridge University, and while it's unknown what exactly he does, it seems to be math related. Mike's Twitter also has his real life face as his profile picture, so if you're curious what Roblox's most famous developer looks like, here it is. Mike, I'm sure you're a great guy, but that profile makes you look absolutely zooted on crack cocaine.